In this tutorial, you're going to explore the range of MIDI editors provided within Cubase. Each MIDI editor undertakes a different job and provides a different way of manipulating and controlling your MIDI note data. Let's start with the lead track within this Cubase project. Click on the MIDI event, go to the MIDI menu and open the key editor. Here you can see a piano keyboard on the vertical axis and bars and beats on the horizontal axis. You can see notes presented as red blocks, each of which denotes a pitch and a duration. If you click on a note, it plays back. You must make sure that the acoustic feedback button is turned on, otherwise when you click on a note, you won't hear it. Use the horizontal and vertical zoom controls to change the scale factor and how big the blocks of data are presented within this editor. At the bottom of the screen is a controller lane. At the moment, this is displaying velocity, or how hard a note was hit. If I click on the drop-down arrow, I can also choose any other continuous controller or velocity settings. If Cubase has an asterisk next to a controller, this means it has detected this type of controller information within the MIDI data. If you wish to see more than one continuous controller lane, click on the plus button and then set up the type of controller lane that you've created. In this example, maybe pan. To remove it, simply click on the minus button. Once you've finished within this editor, click on the X. Sometimes you may want to see key editor style information within the main Cubase project window. Recent versions of Cubase have a new neat feature called Edit in Place. If you click on the Edit in Place button at the top of the track list, it will open the selected MIDI or instrument track in a key editor style view. This allows you to see both the note data and controller lanes within the main project window. You can still use the scroll function to move up and down the track list and actually scroll within the individual instrument or MIDI track. To close the Edit in Place, simply click on the button at the top of the track list again. Now let's select the ride and hi-hat track and choose these jazz drums. Let's go to the MIDI menu and open in the drum editor. Here you'll notice that on the vertical axis is a list of individual drum sounds, and along the horizontal axis is bars and beats. The list of drum sounds are governed by the general MIDI drum map that's set up at the bottom left of the screen. The MIDI drum map links individual pitches on a keyboard to individual drum and percussion sounds. Individual notes are displayed as red diamonds on the grid. Clicking on a note with the acoustic feedback button turned on will ensure that you hear them. Here you can hear the ride symbol. Once again, the controller lane is displayed at the bottom of the screen. It can display velocity or a range of other MIDI controller data. Entering notes in this editor is easy. Select the drumstick tool and then click within the grid where you'd like to place a note. If you make a mistake, simply click on the note again with the drumstick tool and it will be erased. The drum editor is a really great place for producing accurate rhythm parts. Now let's turn our attention to the bass track. We'll select the walking bass event, go to the MIDI menu, and we'll open this in the score editor. Here you can see the MIDI data displayed as staff notation. Don't worry if the first time you look at your MIDI note data in the score editor it doesn't look this tidy. You may need to make some additional settings such as display quantize, clefs, key signatures and so forth, and these settings will help the music look more accurate. There are plenty of other tutorials which will guide you through these notation tasks. Finally, let's now choose the sax section track, select the MIDI event, and this time we'll open it in the list editor. Here you can see a whole series of individual lines of information. These can relate to notes or controller data. If we choose an individual note line, it plays the note. This tells us the note, the start position, the end position, the length, the pitch, the velocity, and various other bits of MIDI controller data. This editor provides very detailed information about each piece of MIDI note data. This is fine for highly detailed editing of individual aspects of note or controller data, but it's not a sensible place to carry out large-scale shaping of velocities, volumes, or pan. The nature of the list editor means that it's very detailed and specific rather than general. So Cubase provides you with a wide range of different MIDI editors. Each of these is suitable for a different style of editing MIDI note data. Make sure you choose the correct editor for the style of editing that you wish to carry out.